tell by my smile and how I'm laughing. Like, I'm genuinely enjoying this car because it's just so amazing. Like, listen. Listen to that. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Welcome to a brand new video. Now today you joined me out in Rudeport to do another car review, and the car in topic today is the Hyundai I30N. So this is the all new 2022 one, which is the facelift. There's currently a helicopter going on right there, so just try to not mind it. So a couple of things I want to clear. I'd really like to thank you guys a lot for engaging with my videos. I really get a lot of comments asking me for advice in terms of what car to purchase, what to choose between certain cars and so on. And I would like to let you guys know that I absolutely appreciate that. Please continue to message me, reach out to me, text me on Instagram, comment on the videos, and I will reply to all of your texts, all of your comments. Don't ever hold back trying to reach out to me. I'll always attend to you guys. I'm always happy to chat about cars. That's one thing clear. So another thing, which is the second and last thing, I would like to thank you guys for the 7,000 subscribers milestone, which we just hit this morning on the filming of this video, which is Saturday the 3rd of September. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to clear with you guys. Now we can actually get into the video. I really do hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So guys, big thanks to the owner for reaching out to me, asking me to come and have a look at his car, which is actually how this shoot came about. So do message me, guys, if you would like me to come and check out your cars or to do a review and whatsoever. So do check him out on Instagram. His Instagram will be on screen right now. So the all new I30N, like I've already mentioned, this is the all new facelift. It is Hyundai's all new front fascia look, with the more aggressive grille, which is wider, it's meaner, it's more aggressive, and you have these sharp points right here. I think that's one of the major differences compared to the outgoing one. And also these new headlights with the new daytime running lights, with the whole strip surrounding the headlight unit, where previously you had a small circular LED light going on right there. So refreshed, looks more mean, looks even crazier, and I absolutely adore it. So you have an N badge right there letting you know what car you're driving. You have this red strip down here which looks absolutely cool, which you'll also see around the back. You also have a similar thing going on. You have all these opening for the intakes, the intercoolers and the radiators, and there's no fakery right here. Everything, oh, I say actually it's blocked off right here, my bad, what was I saying? But I mean, it's not a big deal. It looks absolutely cool. So you have these really cool looking wheels, 19 inches in a sort of satin black grayish finish. They look absolutely cool on Pirelli P0 rubber, which is an absolutely track focused tire. You have red brake calipers with the N logo right there. The disc brakes are about 360 mils in diameter with a single piston brake caliper, but it does offer some crazy stopping power. 235 section front tires, which is decently wide. So you have these black gloss black mirror caps rather. Oh, and by the way, this is a very special paint color, but in SA this car actually comes with everything as standard. So starting price is about 750,000 rands, and it has a whole bunch of features which you'll get to see when we jump into the interior. So you have this really massive and crazy roof spoiler, and I do like that sharp fin right there for the radio antenna and so on. Another cool feature is that you have this cool triangular brake light right here, and as you can see, the spoiler is really functional. You can see it's totally open out there, and this car looks damn mean. So these tail lights are also new with this LED strip, very similar to what you have out front, literally a mimic of the front lights. As you can see, a similar shape again, and they look absolutely cool. I30N badge right there, and Hyundai badge right there. Please don't butcher me, or don't bash me rather, about my pronunciation of the name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Hyundai, whatever it is. So you have dual pipes, one on either side, and they look cool. Look at all these cutouts in the exhaust, and these sound amazing, as you'll get to hear pretty soon. As I said earlier, the red strip continues out back, and it's really cool. I do love this like baby blue kind of color going on. So you have keyless access, as you can see the button right here for unlocking and locking. You just leave your key in the pocket, of which at the moment I have it inside the car because I had to switch on the lights. Anyways, you have door kick plates, which look absolutely cool. These seats are absolutely amazing. They're very supportive while at the same time being very comfortable. You have this perforated stripe going on with the same color that you get on the exterior, same color stitching inside. As you can see, you have the same baby blue stitch. I don't know the name of the color, so I'm just calling it baby blue. So the seat base is Alcantara, also the backrest is Alcantara, and looks absolutely cool. And badge right there. And guys, I do like this thing. I think it's really cool. So you have aluminum pedals right there, and floor mats, just reminding you what you're in. So I'm just gonna start it up right now just to show you a few of the like cool features inside. I'll close the door for now. So I think let's start with the steering wheel. So you have a couple of buttons, as you can see on the steering wheel, but I'll focus primarily on three main buttons. So you have your drive mode select right there, which scrolls you through. If you push it, it starts off from normal up there. You go into sport and then eco. So that's what the left side blue button does. And then you have the N mode. I almost said M. So you have the N mode button. So N mode in here is the most aggressive mode. It has the suspension in like its most hardcore, the engine its raciest hardcore setting, the transmission, the steering wheel, and so on. But it's also customizable. So if you go onto the screen, if you click setup right there, and then you click home up there, you click N mode. As you can see, you have a couple of interesting things. Okay, the lighting is not that good. So you have a bunch of info. You can open the G-force meter, and then you see all the G-forces that you're experiencing as you're accelerating and cornering and so on. And then you have performance timer. So your lap time, you can record some lap times around the racetrack and so on. Or you can also time your 0 to 100 accelerations. You have your turbo gauge. You can see how much boost you're using and PSI right there. You also have power. You can see how much horsepower or how much kilowatts you're using while you're driving. And then you have torque, that is similar to the power gauge. And then you have custom. So this menu is very nice and very interesting. So as you can see right here, you have a bunch of information. So this is for customizing this button, how you'd like to have your N mode. So whatever you set up right here, that's the settings you're gonna have when you click on this N button right there. So as you can see, you have engine, you have transmission, you have ELSD, which is the limited slip diff, you have the exhaust, you have ESC, which is your traction control or electronic stability control, you have steering wheel, suspension. So you can choose, so you can have the engine where it's red, it means the setting is in its most hardcore mode. So if I click on the engine part, so this is semi-hardcore, and then right there when it's white, it means the engine is in normal mode. but if I push it all the way up, it's in its most aggressive setting. So I can have the engine in its most aggressive, the transmission and the exhaust, but have the suspension in its softest settings if it's too aggressive while driving in N mode. So that's how you get to set up your custom N mode. That's really cool. So the screen is really customizable. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. If I go back into N mode, there's also a way of getting into traction control. I think if I go to, where's vehicle settings? Okay, at the moment I've forgotten how you set up traction control, but you set it up through the screen. So another button that interests me on the steering wheel is the NGS button. So if some of you guys are familiar with Porsche, there's a little dial on the steering wheels on Porsches with a little circle button in the middle, which is the iPass, or the sports response button. So this works in a similar way. So when you push this, let's say you're driving in eco mode or in normal mode, and suddenly you have to overtake quickly, you just push this and you get like full power for about 14 seconds or 20 seconds thereabout. That's what the NGS button does. The rest is normal business as usual. Cruise control, you have your lane departure warning settings, you also have blind spot monitoring. So if you push on this button, you can set up all those settings. It also has adaptive cruise control. It has auto emergency braking. So all those cool modern safety features and so on. The sound system is very nice. It's a 6-speaker sound system and it sounds absolutely cool. So of course this one is the DSG, so you can get it in a 6-speed manual or the automatic. So this is the automatic. It's an 8-speed dual clutch. So yeah, this is your heated steering wheel, your heated and cooled seats, parking sensors, your cameras, because it has like a surround camera kind of setting. So this is where you have all those safety systems. As you can see, forward safety, driver attention warning, lane safety, blind spot safety, parking, and so on and so on. But yeah, you have your shift paddles right there. So basically launch control, you set it up through the screen. I'll try to overlay the setting while we go for a drive when we try out launch control. But if we just come back to the outside, the exhaust is really, really loud on these. Like, just listen to it. So it sounds absolutely mean. Listen to that. So the engine and performance figures. So this is a very familiar engine setup. So it has a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder pushing about 206 kilowatts, which is around 280 horsepower. So power has went up a bit. The pre-facelift had 202 kilowatts, so power went up by about 4 kilowatts and about 5 horsepower. So torque is 392 newton meters, and like I said, this one is the 8-speed dual clutch. So power is sent to the front wheels, 0 to 100 acceleration time in about 5.9 seconds thereabout. But that's pretty much everything about the walk around. Right now I think we can experience how this car actually drives. So guys, you joined me inside the I30N and we're just gonna go for a quick blast. So I'm not even gonna bother driving in like normal mode or comfort mode and any of that. I'm going straight into N mode, of which I'm already in. So a couple of key points. So I'll highlight a few things that I want to get out of the way. So one, the tire noise is really horrendous on this car. I think maybe primarily because of the big rims. 19 inches are very big. What's that reaction? I have no idea. So there's a guy who just went. He's driving an X5. I don't know if he's saying I'm a small boy or what in this car, but hey, whatever. Okay, as I was saying, the tire noise is really horrendous on this car. I think primarily one, the rims are very big, 19 inches. Two, the tires that it's wearing the Pirelli P0s, which is a very track oriented tire, but it's not like a big issue. It's just something that I need to highlight. But when you're driving, say on the highway, you usually have the stereo on and the volume really high, so it cancels out that noise. so you don't really get to notice it. Other than that, it's very nice. The suspension is very comfortable. The car has adaptive suspension, so what that means is that at a push of a button in its sportiest mode, it stiffens up the suspension for that more aggressive and racy kind of feel, and then when you have it in normal mode, they soften up, and then you have a more compliant ride. And yeah, so in N mode, remember, you can customize it, so everything is in its hardcore mode except the suspension and the ESC. So as you can see, ESC is white and suspension is white, so they're in their normal mode, so just so we have it more pleasant. So I'm just gonna drive around for a bit to a more quiet road because it's a bit busy up here, and then I'll push it up when we are on the more quiet road. But the car is very nice. My favorite bits is the steering wheel looks really nice. The buttons out here, it feels more like your sports car, your supercar. So if you jump in something like an R8, you have the buttons that are similar to these here, so it's very nice. The panels are very big. You only get to see this part out here, but when you're driving and holding them, they're very big, and it's just very nice. The screen, the way the screen is up there, but it doesn't block my view. You know, the screen sits very high, but I can still see out the car very well. The mirrors are very big. It's very nice. So it's a very lovely car. Even the grip point on the steering wheel, like, it sits really comfortable in the wheel. So of course this car rivals the stuff like your Golf GTIs and everything that's within that segment, of course. And some people may argue it rivals the Golf R, but I think the main rival for this car is the Golf GTI. So I think Hyundai just went over the limit or over the board with this car because they had to. The VW Golf GTI is dominating the segment endlessly, so anyone who's gonna come and challenge it really needs to do their car proper, and this is really proper. The performance is up there. Remember, the latest generation Golf GTI, that is the Mark 8, has 180 kilowatts and 380 Newton meters. This car has 206 kilowatts and it has 392 Newton meters, so the performance figures are way above the ballpark of the GTI. So this thing can easily smoke the previous generation Golf 7R, like easily, because obviously it will be lighter and it has relatively the same power as that. So you also have like a limited slip diff up front, of course. It's electronically controlled, so what that does is that it can vary the power between either wheel, so the left or right wheel, depending on which has more grip. So if the left wheel has more grip, it will send all the power to the left wheel, and so on and so on. So it's very clever. It also minimizes slip. So we're currently at a busy road up here, but it will be clear in a bit, so I'll really get to push it properly. So those are my key highlights. It's a very nice car. It's a very nice car. It's just that us South Africans, we're very loyal to our brands, our VWs, our Mercedes, and our Audis and so on. But I'm telling you guys right now, this car is a game changer. If you want to talk about, I'm not saying the Golf GTI is a bad car. It's a very good car, hence it's used as a benchmark to compare to so many cars that are in the segment. But this car is a game changer. It is insane. The performance is mad. I think a good rival for this would be the 7.5 GTI TCR. They're pushing similar numbers. The TCR has 213 kilowatts and 318 Newton meters. And again, like I already said with this car, I'm saying it for the third time, this has 206 kilowatts and 392. But we have an open road right now. I think I'll go into first gear. The shifts are very aggressive and you have some really cool shift lights. If the camera just comes closer, I'll show you guys the shift lights. So if I downshift, okay, I'll try and hold it for a bit. So if I don't change like that, you have the shift lights up there. And it looks really nice, so I'll take it back. That's really cool. That's stuff you normally see in like Ferraris and McLarens and so on, and to have it in a car like this is very nice because the shift lights are very prominent. It's a very nice car. Like, they did it as it should be. Like with this car, I don't want to say you shouldn't compromise, because most people drive these on the road and some people might drive it to work and back. But like, for what it is, this is what you want in a car like this. Like, forget about the suspension, forget about the tire noise, it's how it makes you feel. And this car makes you genuinely smile. Like, I've been smiling like crazy. I'll show you guys right now with the burbles that you get from the exhaust. Like, if I downshift now, those burbles are insane. Like, that's just insane. I'll try lower my window. I hope the wind noise isn't interfering too much, but oh, there's a little bird right there. But just listen. Like, that's just insane. Like, guys, like, you can even tell by my smile and how I'm laughing. Like, I'm genuinely enjoying this car because it's just so amazing. Like, listen to that. Okay, the wind noise is probably too much. Like, on camera obviously you won't hear it as it is in person, but this car is insane, guys. Like, it's genuinely mad. I'll do a downshift now. Get those burbles. Like, it's proper, man. So, like, actually at the moment I haven't even went foot flat on this car. Thank you. I haven't even went foot flat because it's terrifying. The amount of torque steer that you get out of it is insane. I'll try now. But that is not to say it's not controllable. It's very controllable, but most of the time if you're gonna go foot flat, you have to have like both hands on the wheel. Otherwise things can go wrong really quickly because the torque steer, the car's just all over the place. But you can feel that limited slip diff working. Like, it's just there. You can feel it doing the work and all. So this road is where you get to hear the tire noise, and you can hear it's very, very loud. If I try to accelerate above the speed that I'm doing right now, like, it gets more and more and more and more and more and more and more. But hey, it is what it is. If you want a car like this, those are the kind of stuff that you have to deal with. But yeah, I don't know, should we try launch control maybe? So yeah, I guess we'll try and find a quiet spot, and then if possible I'll try to do a launch control for you guys. But this car is top notch. I'm pretty sure you guys saw by my reaction and how much I'm enjoying it. It is insane. Plus the pricing, like I already mentioned, the price is literally 750,000 rands, and for that price you get literally everything. The color, like all the safety features, everything. There's no option on this car. 750 rands gets you everything as you see it on this car. But hey, for me, I'd say it'll be hard for me to choose like a Golf over this. It'll be very, very hard. It's insane. But hey, we have preferences, I guess, because Hyundai isn't so established in this kind of segment. It might be difficult for people to like choose it over VW's Golfs and I don't know what else. But hey, all those cars. But I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you probably for the millionth time right now, this car is the one to have. Okay, there's a lot of other cars in this segment that I haven't driven. Stuff like the Renault Megane RS. I can't think of anything else, but stuff like that. I've never experienced that car too. But so far, for me, over the cars that I've driven, this is the top dog. I'm telling you, it's the top dog, literally. But yeah, let's see if we're able to do a launch control. The video will continue shortly. Okay, so guys, we're back now. We're just gonna do a launch control, so it's activated through the screen. So my left foot is hard on the brake, so I'm gonna go full throttle and release the brake. So let's try launch control. I don't think it's activated.
Yeah, I think you must do this.
Traction control maybe. Okay, traction control in sport. Okay, traction control is off. Let's try now. Okay, I don't think it's activated still, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't think it's activated. Let me see. Oh, we hadn't pressed activate. Does it activate?
No, press it. Yeah, no, it's activated.
Okay, last. Okay, there's a car coming, but I'm gonna try it. Launch control quickly. Okay, it's not engaging for some reason. I have no idea why. Okay, we'll try it and we'll try and do it properly. Okay, let's try launch control again. Hard on the... I don't think it's engaging.
How'd you do?
No, it's not engaging. I have no idea. Okay, it's not gonna... Okay, I'll try to reset over here. Activate. Hard on number. Okay, you can't get launch control to activate. I have no idea why, but hey, we tried. But otherwise, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, that's cheers from me.